So yeah, Kenny, like I was saying, Optic is looking like really good now.
Yo,
They
shut
picked up.
the fuck up. My shit is on. What's this Scooby-Doo? I'm coming after you. We're gonna find my butt cheeks.
All right, tough.
Is that loud?
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, okay.
What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Azrael. I'm joined today by the other three members of the Pick 'em Up Trucks. This has been something in the works for a little bit that we've been wanting to do. We finally got all the details and everything worked out. And here we are now. All four of us and our beautiful faces. To my right over here, I can't point correctly. To the right, there's Jersh right over there.
Other way,
Yeah, other way. Yeah, now you're looking
point
at
the
me.
other way.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
There.
Down there's Kenny Kinbone Hamlin. How you doing today, Kenny? How you doing, buddy?
Fantastic.
Good.
Where is he?
And then Kenneth, how you doing over there, man?
Good, brother.
Good. Welcome everybody to the Pick 'em Up Trucks Call of Duty League Championship Bracket Predictions. Damn, that was actually a lot more than I thought that was going to be. Anyways, this is going to be thank you. This is going to be a regular series. It will be once the new season picks up for the second season of the CDL. We're going to be doing predictions for all of the homestand events. We're going to be following all the events closely and try to get as in depth as we can with our predictions. So we figured, first episode's got to be good. It's got to be good. Let's start it with the most important event of the year, and that is Champs. Now,
It's Champs time.
everybody has made their own predictions. As you guys see on here, I have a blank bracket prediction on mine. So does Jersh. Kenny and Kenneth, I believe, as well, have a blank bracket on theirs.
I do now.
He does now. Okay. So, let's get started. Let's start off with New York Subliners versus the Minnesota Rocker. Now, I've got a couple notes that I wrote down for myself just to kind of keep me, informed. I haven't really been as in depth this year as I would have liked to, with it being the launch year. So, Kenneth, I'm going to come to you with this first one, get your prediction on this one. The way I'm going to do this as well, we're going to be going around the screen here. We're going to be getting everybody's predictions, but there's going to be a hot seat question as far as the match goes. So, each match will have a question as far as either the team goes, whether it be a new lineup coming in, new role change, et cetera, et cetera. So, Kenneth, you're going to be the first one on the hot seat here with the New York Subliners versus Minnesota Rocker. Are you ready? All right, so Kenneth, we're coming at you with the first hot seat question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it. For the New York Subliners and the Minnesota Rocker, everybody pretty much knows this by now, GodRx is out and Exceed is in for Champs. GodRx, the guy has literally been one of the most important assets as far as the Minnesota Rocker goes, next to Assault with the ARs. These guys have literally been doing it all for the Minnesota Rocker as far as the AR aspect of the game goes. Guy had like 1.3 on LAN across the first three events. Absolute insane numbers as far as an AR player goes in this game. Now that he's out and they're putting in, previously he's been an SMG player, how do you think this affects the Rocker coming into the event?
I would say that pretty standard. Like if you're gonna make a roster change, within the last month, 2 months of Call of Duty Champs, it kind of throws the momentum off, I believe. But I think that New York has perfected their craft. I think they're a really, really well-rounded team, and I think it'll be a hot 3-0 right off the rip.
A hot 3-0. That's a
hot 3-0.
Hot take right there.
Yeah, that's a hot take. That's a bold prediction right there. I do want to.
No, I think, in my opinion, if they take a map, it'll be S&D.
If Minnesota were to take a map, it would be the S&D.
If Minnesota was to take a map, it'd be an S&D. But I think with Mac and all them, and Zuma, how they're just frying, I think you just can't beat them respawn.
I would have to agree. Except for me, it's going to be a 3-1 with the Subliners, like you said. I think they're going to come out though. They're going to come out hot against New York, and they're going to take the first hard point. And then, like you said, it's just going to be cruise control after that. The Subliners are going to come out. They're just going to absolutely rail them.
I think when Mac Melts gets hot and he's rolling and Zuma's rolling, I think it's just going to steamroll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Attach and Zuma if they're having a good game. For a good series.
It's hard to stop them. Can't stop them.
Minnesota's one of those teams that's unfortunately been, in my opinion, struggling since the league got moved to online. They came out real hot on LAN with the first event of the year, and it's just kind of been downhill for them, unfortunately.
I told Kenny
Absolutely.
at the first event, Jersh was there too. I said Minnesota is definitely gonna be one of the that's definitely gonna be a top 3 team besides Atlanta, Chicago, and Dallas. If any of the other 3 teams besides those 3 teams were gonna be up top, it was definitely gonna be Minnesota, and for that reason alone, they were red hot right at the start. Their launch weekend, they played lights out, damn near perfect all weekend long. Except to drop the one map against Gorillas, I believe, was the team that they ended up dropping the map against. So, I do want to point out, like we are saying, that New York is going to be the victor of this series. New York is actually 2-0 against Minnesota as far as their previous matchups go. They 3-1 them at the New York homestand event, so coincidentally at their own home event, they ended up 3-1ing them. And then they 3-0'd them at the Florida homestand. Except that, yeah, like I said, that was a 3-0. So the first time they 3-0'd them, and then recently they 3-1 them. So if you're a Subliners fan, you're feeling really good going into this matchup.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
got 3-1. I got 3-1 on that
3-1 as well. Yes,
I think
sir.
Rocker wins the Dom. That's it.
We've got the London Royal Ravens and the Toronto Ultra going up against one another here in the second winners round 1 matchup. Kenny, I'm gonna come to you for this one. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. Let's
All
go.
right. Toronto are the reigning champions right now. Are London going to come and show up at this event and play really well and knock off the champs early into the losers bracket? Or are we going to see Toronto pick up where they left off against Atlanta at the Toronto home series event?
I think it's really going to depend. We've seen London at their best. We've seen London at their worst this season. It's very obvious what they can do. They can knock top teams off their pedestal all day long. They come and show up. Toronto's definitely going to, I think, have an advantage coming into this. As like you said, they've just come off a win. They're red hot. I think it's a good chance they're going to keep the momentum rolling. But I don't know. Scraps and Westkin, man, they are passionate. They've been working. You can tell this team has probably been in the lab. I don't think they're going to be a pushover either way. To be honest with you, it's going to be a 3-2. It's going to be a 3-2 either way, but I do have this one going towards Toronto.
So you got to go into Game 5 regardless.
Yeah, no, I think it's absolutely a Game 5. To be honest, I don't think either team's going to roll over.
I think the Ravens are going to take both S&Ds.
Really?
See, I don't think so. I think Toronto's a very heavy S&D team.
Yeah. You got Methods on there, bro. Zinni himself. You got Cammy.
I think they'll come out and I think they're gonna take. I think they'll take the Dom in both S&Ds.
Really? Wow. Well.
Nope.
Yeah.
Good-
Nope.
good
I hate
series,
to.
Good series.
It's definitely gonna be a
no,
good series to watch, I think.
There's no way Scraps and Wuskin are gonna lose first round of champs. They
Really?
win 3-1. They win 3-1. Wuskin's gonna snipe everybody.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, I think
I
I'm gonna.
just don't think Scraps just gets.
That dude's Piccadilly.
There's no
snipes are
way. There's no
unmatched.
way they lose. Scraps is gonna fucking go Super Saiyan on somebody if they lose. So I got 3-1.
3-1 London.
They are.
Yeah.
It's very obvious
Wow.
just off their Twitter alone.
I just don't think.
how-
I think Ultra's good, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. I just
I
think
just
the
don't think
momentum's
they're
gonna roll.
legit. I just don't think they're legit.
Well,
Maybe they're one-hit wonders. I could be completely
keep
wrong.
this in mind. At the London event back in February, London did beat Toronto, but was a completely different roster. Pretty sure they still had Classic on that roster as well. At the time, they were still trying to try out the 10 players that they had, on their cap space, and now that this is the team that's working, you guys still don't think that Toronto is going to be able to get the job done?
It's just so tight for me. Honestly, I've got it Game 5 either way.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the mini series that we're going to have this coming weekend that could literally go any direction. It could literally be a London 3-0, it could be a Toronto 3-0, like you said, it could be a 3-2 either way. So this is really a toss up for me as well. I do have it going to Game 5 and I do think London will steal it. So I am going to go the same route that I think everybody else is going. Despite Toronto being the reigning champions right now, what does that mean to London? That doesn't matter. That's just more fuel to the fire, really, if I'm a London player. Come out hot early in champs, get to play Florida round 2, upset them maybe, and then play Dallas. Ooh, that just fuels the fire. You got all these people that are doubting you, and now you're playing all these top teams. Like, absolutely. Like, I'm coming swinging. I'm bringing it all. Let's be honest, all right? Optic Gaming has looked good. They've looked a lot better since they picked up Draza and Hollow and they benched Dashy, which I was really skeptical about. I didn't think that was gonna be a really good play out of Optic. But they absolutely came out and they took Florida to a game 5 in their first CDL match as a team. Now, I was watching that match with Kenny and Kenneth actually, and we were stunned. What did that go to round 11 as well? I think that went around
Yeah.
11. It went around
Yeah, I believe
11,
So
Yeah, that
and it was a
sick.
1v1. I'm pretty sure. Like that literally could have went either direction. And I feel like though with this Optic Gaming and this Gorillas matchup, you know, there's not really going to be a whole lot you can talk about on the Gorillas side. Jersh, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's gonna be a hot 3-0. You got Champ Slasher. He's gonna go hard no matter what. He's gonna
Mhm.
make his team go hard. He's gonna fucking scream at him if they don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as you said, the new pickups. Um, I don't know. I know Gorillas is a good S&D team, and that's really all they've been good at all year. But I think the new pickups for Optic make their S&D even better as well. And I think it's gonna be a hot 3-0.
Nope. All right, and then moving on to our final matchup for the elimination round 1. I'm going to take this one, gents, if you guys don't mind. We've got,
go for it.
again, another series that probably isn't going to be all that entertaining. Along either of these elimination matches really aren't going to be all that entertaining, let's be honest. So we've got Paris going up against Seattle. I really feel bad for Octane, all right? I think everybody in the league does. I think all the spectators, everybody feel absolutely horrible for this guy. Dude has been a top 5 AR since when has he played? Since Advanced Warfare. Guys literally be in the talks of, best AR of all time even as well, You got to feel for this guy, What is wrong with this Seattle roster?
Not him. I'll tell you that.
It's not him. That's for sure. It's these other 4 guys that are around him. I'll be honest. I bought into the Seattle hype coming into the start of the season. I thought this team was going to be a wild card team. You've got Apathy on there, a world champion, a 2-time world champion, might I mention, and Nable. You got the GOAT, Karma, 3 times.
You got the veterans.
Yeah,
man.
and then Slack. Slack. I'm
Fair.
kidding. Yeah, Slack.
Josiah!
Josiah Berry. This team really, realistically, kind of looked good on paper. Again, I felt like this was going to be an underdog team, under the radar team along with Minnesota that a lot of people didn't think were going to be able to perform at the level that they unfortunately didn't. They definitely underperformed this year, and coming into this, they have played Paris before, and they lost in a game 5. Karma was in at the time, and now he's out, and Proto is in. But I'll be honest, I think we will see a different outcome. I do think Seattle is going to steal the series. They're going to win this one 3-1, and they're going to send Paris packing. I'll be honest. That's my prediction. Jersh, what are you thinking?
I'm also on board with the Seattle stealing this one. Paris has been one of those teams where early on they thought they were going to be trash, ended up being decent, and then they just kind of made their way along and then kind of fell down a little more. I don't know. I just don't see Paris being that impressive.
Maybe if it was
match.
on land, things would be a lot
I got
different.
Octane going hard. Proto's always got the fire. I don't even remember who'd you say? Apathy and Slacked. I mean,
Pander.
Apathy. It's
Pander.
last event of the season. Apathy's already a master of the game by now. That's typically what he does.
Fingers crossed.
I think they win 3-2.
3-2.
I know they're not a good S&D team, but I have
I
them
agree
winning
with
map
3-2.
5 S&D, but they're not going to win the other S&D. They're going to steal this one.
Kenneth,
I
you
feel
started to
like
chime in there.
As much anger as they have,
Maybe 3-1.
as much as they've been kind of like tossed around, I feel like they have something to play for. I feel like I don't see them winning champs, but I definitely see them making it a couple rounds.
For sure. It's
Like,
definitely not going to
yeah.
be easy for them. Kenny, you
Yeah, I
started to
don't think
chime in
they're-
as well.
I don't think they're going to go the distance, but no, for sure. I think they've had enough of being bullied around. I think they're going to come out hot. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0, even a 3-1. I think I'm with Jersh kind of on the 3-2.
Yeah.
It's not even. I don't think many people even see them taking this from Legion in general, but I see them as well. I think they're going to drop the first search, but I think they'll come out map 5. I just think they're tired of losing, man.
That's how I have it. I have them dropping the first search to Paris and then winning the next 2 maps and then winning the series 3-1.
It's either going to be a 3-0 Paris win or a Surge fucking beat them.
Jeez, I don't know.
It depends on if they come out how I think they should, how they need to come out. I think they can win.
Oh, absolutely. They've got to want it more than they have all season.
Octane's gonna
Yeah.
drop 40 every respawn.
I think he's going to be really the key
Either,
factor to
either
this. 'Cause
that or he's just like fuck it.
he's got to come out hot one last time.
All right.
Pander needs to play good too.
Yeah, hopefully that guy shows up this
Yeah,
weekend.
the two
Fucking
newbies.
cheddar. Just kidding. He's better than me.
All right, let's get on to winners round 2. And we've got, like I said, our winners round 2 matchups. We got the Chicago Huntsmen. Well, this is mine. I think we all kind of have the same bracket now for the most part. We've got the Chicago Huntsmen going up against the New York Subliners. Winner of this matchup gets to play the almighty #1 seed, the Atlanta FaZe, the midget terror squad, whatever you want to call those guys. But we'll get to them in a minute. Let's talk about the Chicago Huntsmen lineup, and I think the person that is most fit to do that is the guy sitting to my right, but he may be somewhere else on my screen or on his screen.
No, I'm to your left. Screen's right. Correct.
Sure.
This dude.
Okay. So let's move on. Jersh, you are a big Huntsman fan, as everybody knows. That's your team. So talk to me a little about this Huntsman roster. What are your expectations going into this series as far as champs goes against the
All right.
Subliners?
My expectations, I think you should throw any like the last time they played the Subliners, throw that out the window. That was a fluke. That's not going to be in their mind. It's champs. I don't even know when it's not Champs Sunday, but Scump's going to be a little salty after his great performance last year at Champs. Envoy wants it bad. He's nasty with the sub. Hopefully they can get their duo going. And then Formal, Arcides, they're already nasty. They're going to come out beaming.
And Bristini,
And I think Pristini.
Quadnig.
Pristini's internet's got to be. 'Cause I
I'm
know
playing.
it's looking pretty bad. Yeah, I think as long as they can keep Pristini focused and composed, and as long as they don't choke any maps, that's the only thing I see them old optic teams with Scump and all them. They've had the same problem. They choke easy maps that they should win. That's where the decline starts. As long as they stay composed and play their game, they should have a long tournament ahead of them, I think.
Yeah. No, you could probably throw what I'm about to say back in my face. With Huntsman losing to Optic, but I just don't think New York has really found the consistency that they need to take down Huntsman. I think they've shown that they can compete and obviously can beat them, but I just don't think they've found their consistent groove enough to really knock them out of this one. I think Huntsmen are taking it. 100%.
Yeah, especially with the seriousness behind champs. This
Mhm.
is a whole new ball game compared to the homestands. A lot of players we've seen talk crap about the homestands. Not everybody putting their full effort into it. I mean, you can understand it's online, not too serious, but I think since it's champs, they're gonna come out with a brand new mindset, and they are not gonna let that get spoiled in winners. Their first match in winners.
Mm-hmm. Kenneth, what are your thoughts? Been a little quiet over there.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a Huntsman fan too, man, but I got New York taking it 3-2.
Really? That's
Bum,
another
bum,
hot
bum,
take, bro.
bum.
That's another hot take. Oh man, I think the last time they played,
I got them taking it 3-2.
I didn't get any. I didn't
went
get any
map
notes
5
on
last
this.
time, didn't
Yeah, it went map 5, and I thought that Subliners beat them, but there was a different time they beat them 3-0. Did they not?
Subliners won the last time, I think. And then, but other than that, Huntsmen have won. But that I don't know.
Because it was
think
Ramaza.
Search and Destroy is the only thing you might need to be worried about for Huntsmen. But also, you've seen them be very good at Search and Destroy, so it's
Yeah. Which
it's
Huntsman are we gonna get?
It's that consistency.
the cracked out Pristini on Search and Destroy. If he plays cracked out, he can either play really good or he gets first blooded every time. So
Well,
I think it comes down to the S&Ds and that.
so are we all saying?
gets
So
deep.
Kenneth is saying it's gonna be Subliners 3-2. Church says 3-0, right? Chicago.
I think
I've got
I'll
a
give it a.
3-1.
I got 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah,
3-1. Yeah.
I think they either drop the Dom or S&D.
I'm gonna go with
Actually,
a 3-1
hard
as
point
well.
and S&D. One of the hard points they're gonna drop.
I think they lose the Dom. Subliners consistently have been a really good Dom team
Mhm.
as far as online goes as well. They were good at it on LAN. Before they got Mac, not so much. Then they got Mac, and it was like it opened up the floodgates for their respawn game. Their respawn game just improved tenfold, and they became a really good team overnight. It almost felt like because we were seeing them be really good, and then these last couple events they've slowed down. I bought into the hype. A big Mac Melts fan. Really nice guy and everything, but they gotta find that consistency, like Kenny was talking about for the Huntsman S&D. They've got to find that consistency as far as just their entire team goes. We've seen them show up and just absolutely fry, and we've also seen them show up and just be completely dry. I didn't even mean for that to rhyme, but that just rhymed. But I mean that. Like, they just got to show up, and it's against Huntsman. I think it's the first matchup of the Saturday event. They got to show up, and they just got to show out.
London and Florida. I don't know, man. I want to be
it's
the guy
hard.
with the wild cards.
Someone's got to be the Stephen A, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You want me to start this one off for you?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I think if London can knock Ultra off, I think they're gonna. Florida has not competed really at the best of their abilities the past couple tournaments, like we've seen them do. They're not really coming into this with much momentum. I think if London can knock off Ultra, I think they're gonna be. I think they'll take that series from Florida.
Is Awakening using that Cronus this weekend, y'all think?
I was gonna
dude,
say he's
That's
definitely
what I'm
gonna fuck with the
saying.
recoil, the no recoil shit. He's definitely gonna be on his game. I got 3-1 Florida because I think
if
they're just gonna
Awakening's
be
just not
hot.
playing hot, if he's not playing hot, and people like Havoc aren't even doing like the bare minimum, I think they're gonna get stomped. Like, I just don't know.
I don't know. It's also Frosty and champs though.
Yeah.
I don't know,
He's
man.
a world. He's a world champ.
I think we're going to see London.
And
round
Halo,
three.
though, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I mean, Shotzi's a world champ, and people still say it.
I mean, he's got the stats. You know
That's
what I'm
what they
saying?
do. Talk about Shotzi, they're like, oh, he's a world champ.
Yeah, I hate.
He's got a 1.0 at least. I guarantee he does.
That's true. That's true.
That one's definitely going to be a good one.
Yes, I definitely think that'll be an interesting series. If not the marquee matchup of the day, I feel like that we could end up getting. It should be a really good series, no doubt. Everybody's saying, Kenny's saying London, they're going to continue. This is going to, it's really going to be the theme for London. They're going to be the Cinderella team. They're going to be the dark horse, is what Kenny's basically hitting towards. Is that how you really feel?
Oh, absolutely. I think
They could
Scraps
be.
and Weskin have had enough.
I'll be honest.
They're kind of in the same boat as
I'm-
Octane,
I'm-
kind of.
I want to think that too. Like Scraps, like you see every year, Scraps is literally the most heartbroken person ever when they lose in champs.
Yep.
And him and Wuskin on the same team again, like I don't know, they're probably with each other right now, like hyping each other up. Wait for it.
Yeah, like, I just don't see them.
They're gonna come out hot. It's all up to what? Who do they have rated and zero or?
Yeah, they got
I don't
zero.
know their-
And then Dylan.
Yeah.
Oh, Dylan's nasty too.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's supposed to be one of the top subs in the league, and we haven't completely seen it this year.
I haven't seen that BO4 Dylan.
Yeah, we need BO4 Dylan, and I do think like there's a slim chance London can make a huge run, but I do have Florida winning still.
I'm going to say as well, I think this is going to be a Florida 3-2. This is, again, going to be a Game 5. Florida is going to steal the second S&D. But as far as the respawns, I think they'll take the first one, and then they'll take the Dom. And then London will take the first search and second hardpoint, force that Game 5, and then they're just going to come out flat against...
So you're really thinking we're going to see our actual top four,
in the
state?
winners? Absolutely.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's set up good for the top four to make it at least out of the first round.
for sure. Kind of like Jersh talked about at the top of the program. This is champs. It's champs. The passion's really going to be coming out. But like you said as well, like I just said, it's champs. So, I mean, a lot of these teams that, have been underperforming all year that don't really, care, as a lot of people have been saying, they could come out red hot against these teams that aren't really going to be taking, the competition as serious, So Chicago
that's
maybe
what I love.
taking New York lightly, and then New York could come out and just sweep Chicago, Do I really think that's going to happen? No. That's why I have Chicago winning 3-1. But like we said, this series can go either way. This is definitely going to be. This has Game 5 written all over it. If it goes to the distance, and these teams are really both playing at the top of their game that day.
Yeah. 250 or how much is that's not 250. How much is champs? Was prize pool 1 point something? 2 million?
It's like 2.4 or something like that. I
No, I
Yeah,
thought
but
it.
that money doesn't change. So like, even if people aren't taking it serious, there's people out there that are like, hey, we're still playing for $1 million.
For
Like
sure.
the winning team gets like at least $1 million. So I mean, you just got to think about that too.
I thought it was like
That's right,
1.5
there
million
ain't
they
no
get.
team.
Yeah,
there
the good
ain't
players are
no
gonna
team that are
gonna
sitting
show
here
up.
saying they're not gonna not play at all. They're not gonna not try. That
Oh, I
is
know. I'm just
pure
comparing
offense
it to
on
like other
even the
tournaments.
worst teams.
That's
oh
why
yeah.
this.
Because it was
That's
like
why it's
10K, I think, if you won the homestand for first. I think it was like 10K or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2 point something price
It's a
pool,
lot.
right?
It's a lot different
I
when
thought
you're
it was
like
higher.
looking at it.
It
and
was
you're
like
might be.
4.8.
Okay, well that's a lot of
Oh, shit.
effort and stress, but now you're like looking at money. It's like this can change my life.
It's life changing money right there. You get first, bro. It's like
yeah, you know.
I
What
think
I'm
it's a
saying? Like,
quarter a milli each for first or some shit like
yeah,
that.
people
It's
are gonna
actually
go
it's actually
dumb hard.
ludicrous.
Yeah, no, that's what I love about champ season. We're gonna see things we probably aren't even gonna predict in this video.
Right.
Right.
That's the thing I love though about these videos, man. Like I
I
had
think Toronto's just more solid all around the board, especially if they let it go the distance. I don't think they're gonna pick up a single search against Toronto.
yeah,
I think
Toronto's
all Toronto has to
S&D's
do is
nasty.
pick up one respawn and it's over.
George Kenneth, you
I
guys
think Seattle would have to 3-0 to get it done.
really. So if they don't win that first search, it's pretty much just gonna be a 3-1 after that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
they would
got-
have to steal a respawn in order
Mhm.
to go the distance with Toronto.
Yeah,
I
I
think
3-1
Seattle
as
would-
well.
Yeah, I think Seattle will take first blood, take the hard point, and then get 3-0.
Mhm.
So a 3-1. I'm gonna agree as well on this
3-1.
actually. A 3-1 Toronto Ultra playing the Subliners. So let's keep things going with the losers bracket. We've got Toronto now coming off of a win against a struggling Seattle against a New York Subliners roster that, like we said, some days they show up, some days they don't. They just lost to the Chicago Huntsmen 3-1. How are we feeling about this one, Jersh?
Fuck. What match is it? I heard you say Huntsman. I
It's
just
the
and I
the
fucking
Subliners and the Ultra.
Oh, Subliners Ultra. I don't know. It's hard to tell with Ultra because I mean they had a surprising event last event.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They're one of those teams they have to play really good. They have to play full potential for them to make a good run, in my opinion. And I think the players on the Subliners are just too experienced, and like you said, you praising Mac Meltz, I think he's gonna have a good event.
Oh, he's frying.
And he honestly has to have a good event for their team to be good. I think Accuracy needs to have a good event. He's been picking it up a lot last few events. But yeah, I think experience is gonna take over on this one. Even though I mean, Ultra has like decent experience, but I still think Subliners are gonna take the 3-1 victory.
I sure hope so.
Yeah,
Anybody
I
else
agree.
want to concur on that, or?
Yeah.
I think they
3-1,
take an
if not
S&D
3-0.
maybe.
Yeah. No. I definitely have Ultra
Yeah.
taking one S&D.
Because Subliners been a good. They should be a really good S&D team, but I've seen them struggle in S&D, especially on like Piccadilly.
Both of these teams have played at their highest and they've played at their worst this season. I think Toronto, both of these teams are obviously in a losers round 3 match. So I mean pressure's on both of them. And this might sound weird, but I feel like it's gonna come down to kind of like what the vetoes are.
Mm-hmm.
I think really depending on the maps. But yeah, I've definitely got 3-1 going to Subliners.
I've got a game 5.
Really?
I've got a game 5, and I've got Toronto stealing it. Honestly,
Stowed them.
if I'm gonna be honest here, I think Toronto comes out and they, Zinni. We'll say something, ludicrous. Zinni's in a 1v3 on, Arclop Beak, and he just,
I'd be tempted
Zinni.
to agree with you. If they can steal a respawn and it goes map 5, then I could see it. But
I definitely think they'll
don't
take
know
one
if
of the
they're-
hard points. I definitely think they'll
Yeah.
take the first or the second hard point to force that game 5.
Zinni's had back-to-back rough champs.
That is
So,
true.
his team though, he did play with Ricky. Wait, did he play with Ricky? Or
At
was
that
the
champs?
TLQ?
No, that was
Well, he played with
What?
Optic and got dumped on.
yeah, that
I was
was
thinking about when he was on.
no, last year he was on UIU.
Yeah.
It was a
Well, man,
classic.
Jordan, you might be right. We could see it. That's why.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm
thinking.
think honestly, man, like expect the unexpected as far as champs goes, and I think we are definitely going to be getting a game 5 out of this. If this is, God forbid this be the perfect fucking bracket, right? And we're gonna see a game 5 between these guys. Honestly, like I said, expect the unexpected. It's champs. So let's keep it rolling. But yes, we have Toronto moving on now into our elimination round 4. And now we've got London and Optic. Kenneth, I'm going to let you take a jab at this one. Who do you think's coming out on top?
Optic in London. I think it depends. I think Optic will probably lose to Dom, but I think it'll be 3-1. Like maybe 3-2. Maybe it kind of depends on how Scraps and Watson's playing. If they're playing like a hard S&D game, but I see Optic blowing them out in hard point. So
See this being a 3-0 Optic, to be honest. I think this is where
I think
London's
it kinda
gas runs
depends.
out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they just don't have the juice, like I think it'll be a 3-0. But I mean, if like they're still fighting, I think they'll pull the S&D and I think they'll pull the Dom and take it to a map 5.
I feel like we're going to see kind of like what happened to E United at World War II Champs. I don't know how long you guys have been watching, but to see E United go as far as they did and play as well as they did in World War II Champs, and then who did they end up losing to? Wasn't TK. Wasn't TK.
Yeah, well, they might have. They got
Was
third,
it?
didn't they?
They got
'Cause
fourth. Fuck, who did they lose
It
to?
was FaZe and
I think it was Rise.
no, Rise was early.
Rise got
It
top
wasn't it-
16.
Didn't FaZe get top 4?
Oh.
Or was it?
Yeah, FaZe got top 4 as well.
So they either lost to TK or FaZe.
I think
'cause
TK.
TK
Honestly, it might have been TK.
TK came from losers.
It might have
So-
been. It might have been TK. So just seeing how well that United team was playing, it really was like, yeah, this could be the team to take it, and people are gonna feel like that with Toronto, or not Toronto, excuse me, London, and this is where the gas runs out. You know, they've played well, they've played hard. You know, they've gone to a couple game 5s, and this is it. This is where Optic is gonna take over. The young guns are gonna come out, and they're gonna take over the series, and it's gonna be a 3-0 for Optic. Bold prediction. My bold prediction.
I think I don't. I'm not gonna give it really much reason, but I think London wins.
Really?
I don't think Optic's been good enough to make me think they're gonna make it 3 matches in. Slasher can only do so much.
Sure, actually. Damn, now you got me
I think
thinking
it's
about
I
my
think
prediction.
I think it's up to the youngins to perform. But we've seen them play really good. But they've also had a couple kind of crazy bad maps.
hmm
But I don't know. I think the EU teams have been pretty clutch the last few years back. Whenever it was like EU team, it wasn't franchise. So I don't know. I have them going.
You know what?
This one's just so up in the air for me.
Yeah. You know
Oh,
what?
You can't change it. Don't change it. Don't
Yeah,
change
you
it.
just convinced me. I changed it. It's London. They're taking it in
Oh.
game 5. They're gonna go the distance. Fuck it.
That's what I
Fuck it.
have. Game 5.
Fuck it.
Optic's gonna win 3-0 now.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
you
you're
convinced
convinced.
me. You convinced. All right.
All right. Let's get back to the even more exciting matchups.
The
Let's
wiener.
let's go back to the wiener side of the bracket. We've got FaZe and Chicago. Who?
This one's so hard for me.
Yeah, this
It's gonna
one's
be
tough,
which
bro.
team.
Like,
It's literally gonna be which team just
Haven't
shows
they
up.
only? They've only played once.
they've only
right?
played once.
And-
Chicago
and
3-0'd
Huntsman
them.
won.
But
I'm
I
just basing it off of them playing like their
And they
series,
looked
both teams
so
series against like Dallas and
good.
Florida.
yeah.
You know, we've
I
seen
don't know.
them. We've seen both teams choke, and we've seen both teams.
I know FaZe is gonna. They're gonna perform, but also Huntsmen they haven't been streaming. They've been focused up on only scrims the last week.
I've got
So
Chicago.
I don't
taking
know.
it. I really do.
I wanna say I want Chicago to win, but I also want to be unbiased. I think FaZe can definitely come out and just fucking wreck them.
I think either
but-
team has the ability to wreck the
But
other
I don't.
team.
I just don't have a feeling that it's gonna be close.
Yeah. I mean,
think
that's
it's
how it
either
was the
gonna be-
first
I think
time.
it's gonna be like 3-1, but I don't know who's gonna win.
I got FaZe going 3-0.
3-0 FaZe. Wow.
bold.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, I guess the same could have been said for the people who thought Chicago was going to 3-0 FaZe, and then they came out and absolutely smoked them, made it look like, yo, what the fuck has Dallas and Florida been doing? It's like, they just made it look easy with those guys.
yeah,
I don't-
they haven't played much other than scrims.
I think
so, mean,
June was the last, because it was the New York event that they played last. So it's been about 2 months since we've seen it. Atlanta won an event, right? Did they not after that? Did they not end up winning an event?
Yeah, I think
So-
they-
in Chicago.
Atlanta's won an event.
they've won 2, right?
They won 2
Yeah,
online
they won
events.
their home series.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won their home series and then another one.
Yeah. I don't know. It'll be a
Doesn't
toss up.
isn't Dallas and Atlanta tied for the most home series wins? I think it's 3
Dallas?
apiece, right? Or no,
No.
Chicago's won 3 too. Have they
It's
not?
only no. Chicago's only won
1-2.
They've only won
one or
2.
two. I don't think anybody's won
two.
3 because there's
Yeah,
been
Dallas
random.
has won 3.
Dallas has 3.
Have they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won
Oh.
L.A. and then they won the Chicago home event. Yeah,
Might have.
and then they won another one not too long ago.
I thought Chicago only won 1.
Nah, they've got like 2. They might have 3 as well.
They
But I
definitely
think
don't.
I think
They
FaZe
have-
does too.
Dude,
They
that's
have
what's so
either 1 or
hard.
2. They have
Yeah.
1
It's
or
so
2.
hard when we get to these top.
It-
3
I don't
rankings.
know. I'm just gonna say 3-1 Huntsman.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3-1 Huntsman as well. I think FaZe steals the S&D, and then Formal's like, you know what? Fucking V20 T2P time, dog.
You know
and he
what?
just comes out 40 bomb.
I'm gonna be happy either way this goes down.
Yeah,
Like, these are just gonna be
great
so
match.
interesting to watch.
Absolutely. Now a
Yep.
matchup that we've already seen, and I don't think the outcome's gonna change. So I'm just gonna hop right into it. Dallas and Florida, 3-0 Dallas.
Oh yeah, 100%.
3-0.
3-0. It's what happened last time. Florida made it look, or not last time. I think they won 3-1 against Florida the last time they played. But I know at one event they did 3-0 Florida, and I even think they 6-1 them in the S&D, but it wasn't even close.
It just makes so much logical sense to like go off like the rest of the season, but like this is like champs, like in my head, like I'm trying to like wipe the slate.
Okay, fine,
clean.
3-1. I'll give them a match.
3-1.
I'll give them a map. I'll give them. I'll give them a
I'll
bit of.
honestly
That's
give
what
them
I
a
have.
map. I think I might give
going
them a
3-0.
dom. I
3-0.
think they're gonna pick up a dom.
You got Dallas as well.
Yeah, Dallas 100%.
I got
But I think
Dallas.
Florida will pick up a dom.
So then
Who
we
you got?
got Atlanta and London in the like quarters elimination rounds. Again, I think this is where Atlanta starts to kick things into overdrive now. This is going to be a 3-0, and we say goodbye to London. It has
Yep, I
been
agree.
a sorrow year for them. They've had
Yes,
their
it's
hearts
been April.
broken. I think they've been to 2 finals, and they got their heart
See you
broken in
never.
both. But rest in peace. Prayers to my guys, but they are out. And then, so everybody's agreeing with that, right? That's gonna be a FaZe win.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
With the next one, man, I feel like this is just me, like, because I've been like craving this match all season.
Really?
The Dallas and Huntsman.
Oh, you're talking winners. I
Yeah.
was still down. We're still down in the lower bracket. All right, hang on, slow down there.
All right.
So we've got Florida and Toronto. I think. Oh shit. Jersh,
just
make the
gonna do-
prediction.
I have Florida winning. I'm gonna say 3-1 just because I think Subliners will take something. I don't think they're gonna go out 3-0.
Oh, so you have Toronto losing to the Subliners, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
we had Toronto winning.
Yeah, I had Toronto
I
winning
had
that.
I
Okay.
had Toronto. I have Subliners versus
Subliners
Mhm.
versus Florida.
yeah, and I have
I think
Florida winning either way.
Florida takes it,
Yeah.
So now we've got
despite who's there.
still in the lower bracket, Atlanta and Florida. We've seen this before. Florida literally 100-point clubbed them in Dom, but I feel like they gave up at 1.2. I feel like they kind of just like quit when it got to like didn't they like hit him in the 200 mark or some shit like that, something crazy. Think it was something like that. But I think Atlanta continues their run, but this goes to a game 5, and it goes the way of Atlanta.
I think Atlanta. If Atlanta loses in winners, I think they're gonna wreck everybody they play in losers.
So kind of like
Yeah, I don't
what
think
100
there's a
Thieves
team
did.
That's gonna stop them.
Yeah,
they're
100
either
Thieves
gonna-
repeat.
They're either gonna win 3-0 or 3-1 every
Every
that
series.
match. Well, I guess they only have two matches.
2 matches
yeah. I
left.
think they-
Yep.
I think they got a 3-1. I'll give Florida some credit.
We got
Going with 3-1.
Chicago and
I got
Dallas, the rematch from the first. It's kind of funny. I feel like I already had them placing against one another in the champs tournament. I just think it's kind of funny. The first match of the league was Chicago versus Dallas, and here we are now. They're playing for a spot in the grand finals of champs. Do we see a different outcome, gentlemen? You guys think Chicago walks away with this one?
3-1 or 3-2.
Bias or not?
Uh,
I don't think this one. I don't know. I
That's
feel
what
like
I'm
this
saying,
is
like,
one of those weird ones that we're gonna see a blowout one side or the other.
Yeah.
I really don't see
I don't.
either of these teams letting it go map 5, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's just me. I just feel like it's gonna be a 3-1 either side, 3-1 or a 3-0.
I wish I think it could also go down to maps too.
Like you said, the
100%.
vetoes.
Because these are probably the two teams that I've watched the most, so I could have like a better opinion on depending on the maps. But I think Empire will probably get the best of the vetoes.
I have them taking the series 3-1. I think they dropped the opening hard point, and then they've just been a really good S&D team. I don't think they've actually lost an S&D since they got reverse sweeped against FaZe. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I know
love
that they
Huntsman.
haven't lost many S&Ds since they got reverse swept by FaZe at the London event.
Yeah, I'm a Huntsman fan as well, but I see Dallas taking it. I really do.
Yeah.
Kenneth, what are you thinking?
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I think it's going down to the wire. Map 5.
I think
round
it's map
11.
5.
Really?
Map 5, round
Yeah.
11 for sure.
Round 11, 1v1?
I mean, that's what we want to see, but
Yeah.
I can't see it
No,
happening.
I see that happening 100%.
Yo, imagine round 11, 1v1, Scum vs. Crim.
Mm,
Try to get vengeance
know.
from
Scump-
last year.
Scump wins.
Woo!
Scump wins 100%.
Holy shit,
Alright,
that'd be
now I'm
crazy.
now I'm thinking 3-2.
Yeah, now we're going a little bit too
I'm
far on this
thinking-
one.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how Krim and Clayster perform.
Mm-hmm. It's
Krim had a
chance.
bad champs last year. Clayster, he's been performing really well.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so
So,
many
I
world
don't know.
champs on both of these rosters.
I just think
Holy
with
shit.
Clayster and Krim, they I don't know. If everybody's playing their full potential, I think Shotzi's too cracked and they're just I don't know. I got 3-2
3-2.
Yeah, I'll go
Hunts
with you.
or Empire.
Wow. Okay. And then Chicago and Atlanta in the losers finals. This could go either way again. Like all these matches really could go either way. I feel like I don't feel like there's a clear, definite winner until we get to these later rounds. That's where it's just like, ooh, this team could do it. Oh well, these guys have had a really good respawn game, up until this point. So I mean, it's really a flip of a coin. Really, I feel like. But then again, we talked about Chicago playing FaZe before in the winners 3 that we had, and we had Chicago winning 3-1. Does anything change? Does Chicago continue to get the best of Atlanta? Or does Atlanta finally get that one up against Chicago and they move on to play Dallas in the finals?
Yeah, I got FaZe winning 3-1.
Yeah, I don't see them rolling over twice.
Huntsmen are gonna lose a hard map 5. They're gonna get a little momentum drop. They're gonna have to play FaZe immediately after. Even though they're warm, I think they're gonna steal a map, maybe the Dom. I think they're gonna get 3-1. I don't want them to. I hope they beat Empire, but
I agree.
realistically, they stay top 3.
Mhm.
That's their spot. That's their average spot that they're
Yep.
always in. So
So now we've got.
sadly.
I'm pretty sure this is everybody's grand final. Correct me if I'm wrong. We've got Dallas and Atlanta, a best of 9. I actually forgot about that. Finals is gonna be a best of 9.
How do they?
So it goes like you got to win 5 out of the 9.
Well, it's not a straight up best of 9. I thought it was like winner. Whoever comes from the winners has like a game
Oh yeah, they're
ahead.
up 1-0. So Dallas is
Yeah.
already up 1-0. So mark that for everybody.
So does that mean we go straight to S&D?
We would go straight to S&D.
Okay, so they just
Assuming that's how
I don't
that's
know if
how
they'll
the
do it
9
like that.
starts. You would think. Well, let's see. Game 5 would be the hard point, or not hard point. It would be S&D. 6 would be. No, that wouldn't be.
I bet they have it a certain way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll probably be like a
So-
Dom or some shit. They'll play like back-to-back respawns, and then they'll play an S&D, and then they'll play back-to-back respawns again, some shit like that. I forget how they did in AW when they did best of 7s, but I'm pretty sure that's what they did. They had them play back-to-back respawns because we had 3 respawn game modes in AW.
I think it's going final map S&D
Really? This gonna go all the fucking way, dude?
all fucking night, baby.
I think they're going to trade punches as well.
Yeah, I think they're gonna trade punches, but I don't know about last map.
Everything's going to like I don't know.
Let's see.
I just have a feeling.
I
Like
just
I know I
see
don't
any
have that
team
many.
giving up.
I don't have that many map. I don't know.
I'm gonna
kinda
say
too much.
5-3 Dallas.
Yeah, I
I'll
agree.
say they go map 8. So they don't go the final. They don't go last map. I think they go second to last, and Dallas pulls it out. Then again, we don't know what the fuck it's gonna be. We definitely know S&D's gonna be that last map. But I just think it's the online empire. As like I try to be unbiased in my own predictions on my own channel.
I think that's when it comes
But-
down to like whoever's got the tiny ones. If a Beezy and Semp are frying, I'm saying like a
You know who's
different
got the
game. But
tiny ones,
if Hook and Illy are just
Hook.
putting people in chokeholds,
Yeah, the skill
I
pills,
just don't. I don't see FaZe.
I got
doing a whole lot.
5-4 FaZe clan.
5-4 phase. Holy shit.
After round 3 in general, like
I
I don't
just-
see myself taking my eyes off the screen.
I was gonna say I don't
Exactly.
trust my past brackets that I've made, so I'm gonna say FaZe. Yeah. Normally I would have Huntsman win it all.
I want
Even
to
if
as
I
well.
try to not be biased, I'm like, oh well, if they play good, they'll win it all.
Yeah, then it's like shit. You're being
And then you-
biased, and it's
then
like,
it's like, oh wait, they're
well,
playing the crackhead FaZe.
Yeah.
Dude, I just think how we're
Never
doing this,
mind.
we could all be completely wrong.
Holy shit. I imagine
Oh,
we
yeah.
are. This is definitely not right. And if it is, I'm splitting the 100K. 100%. By the way, in case you didn't know, if you get the everything right, like literally 100% right, the perfect bracket, you get $100,000 and like a bunch of CDL merch. I was seeing it before I clicked on the bracket to do it.
Dude, that's insane.
Wild card. Seattle makes it through losers brackets all the way to finals.
Yeah, perfect
I-
bracket.
I'd never do another video like this again.
Honestly, bro, I don't know what I do. I do some dumb, bro. Honestly, I'll do some dumbass cinnamon challenge or the blazing challenge if Seattle wins champs. I'm saying that now. Seattle wins champs, I'll do the blazing challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Dude, I've done that. It's not.
Nah, fuck
It's not
that.
fun, but it's not impossible.
I say if any team but the top 4 wins champs,
I'll be
will
surprised.
do some wild shit.
Yeah, I'll definitely be surprised.
I will
I-
shave Jordan's head.
Yeah, I will shave
Huh.
Jordan's head as well.
Oh, he just volunteered him for that shit.
Fuck it, yeah.
I'll shave his head.
Uh,
I mean,
I'll shave
I
his
do need
head,
a
no
haircut. Do
problem.
need a haircut anyway. So-
yes.
Our dark horses, definitely London.
Mm,
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Either
I think underperform. So we'll wrap this up real quick here because we are running a little bit late here. Dark horse, everybody's agreeing, is London. Definitely, they're gonna come out swinging. They're gonna
I
play a
don't
really good
know.
event.
I don't even know if you consider him a dark horse. They only have him winning against Ultra and Optic. So who knows?
I mean, making it far in the tournament as compared to who they're matched up against. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you.
And then so the 3-0 against FaZe that I have, they play FaZe really close, but FaZe just has that clutch factor, tiny tears. So I mean,
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
agree with that.
I
London
think this.
could be the. I think if there's going to be a dark horse, it'll be London or Optic. But I have London beating Optic, so
Yeah, I've got this tournament staying pretty true to the standings.
what would you guys say would be the underperforming team? Who comes out and just,
I don't know.
what, dude? Tired of being bullied on here. I'm getting off here. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please be sure to leave a like, rate, comment. Be sure to subscribe. If you guys are new to our channel, the Pick 'em Up Trucks here, we're going to be getting a lot of content rolling here. Thank you guys again for hanging out with us and getting our in-depth analysis predictions, even though they weren't as in-depth as most people
You know,
would.
We're not
but-
stat takers here.
Yeah, we're not stat takers. So,
Right.
we go about it and we do our thing the way that, we know best, and that's kind of just by bullshitting. So, thank you guys again. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Peace.
Okay.
Bye, Jordan.
Hi, Kenny.